I am angry. I'm two persons. When I'm angry, I'm angry. When I'm Roger, I'm calm down. I go out from school after 6 years. And then I teach myself all things. I teach myself. Yeah. But my mother was not so happy.
My mom was a housewife. She graduated from Penn State University, and that's where Mom and Dad met. My father also graduated from Penn State University, and he was a political science and Russian history and language majors. So he spoke fluent Russian.
1970, I started as a carpenter. I make a small advertise in the newspaper, our local newspaper. And that is the only advertise I do in my whole life. And then people speak to people. And. My whole year when I go back to Sweden now in April is full. Make about 300,000, maybe 350,000 Sweden crowns, and that is okay. Plus the money I have here, plus the car and the motorbikes and the house and the restaurant and the area up in Korat. But after all these things, you know, after this been, now I speak serious. After be totally criminal, sit in jail 3 times, be alcoholic, drug addict, and here I am. Find that. So then I can be proud of myself. I think so, really.
I don't remember a lot, but I remember him coming home from work when we were in Bad Tolz, Germany, and playing with us or tickling us. He smoked cigarettes also, and he was a nice man. And I only remember good things of him playing with us. He was captain in Special Forces. He was stationed at Bad Tolz, Germany, with 10th Special Forces Group in 1965 and 1966. And then he was assigned to Vietnam. We packed up and brought everything we had back from Bad Tolz, Germany to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, because it was in between my 2 grandparents at State College, Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So Carlisle was a good place. There was a army post there, so we decided to move there. We rented a house. He was there with us for, I guess, about 2 weeks, and then in fact he extended his stay in America a week or 2 so that he could help us get set up at home before he went to Vietnam. He in-processed in Vietnam, did the military in-processing, and then going to his permanent duty station, that his helicopter encountered severe windstorm or thunderstorm, and the rear of the Sea Stallion helicopter, the pin broke off and it came around and hit the main body of the helicopter, and it spiraled down, and everyone in the helicopter was killed. As a child, I just remember an officer coming to my grandmother's door in State College. That's where my mother was, and with us kids in June 3rd, I believe it was. No, July 3rd of 1966, and he came in and told us that my father's helicopter had crashed, and my mother just went off the wall crying and screaming, and my uncle took us kids to the 4th of July celebration in State College. But I didn't know what was going on, really, just that, you know. I went to basic training at Fort Benning, Georgia, and that was 3 months of hard physical training, and then advanced infantry training was the second half of the 3 months, and that was just another a more detailed version of basic training. Basic training gets you ready for your advanced individual training, where you learn more about weapons and weapon usage.
No, I start in Sweden, yeah, but then I go to Germany also, train with them, and they are hard people. So I have learned.
We had pre-RTEP maneuver training. The RTEP's training evaluation in the Army. So in February we had that, and it was very, very cold at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And then in March we flew down to Panama, and that training was very, very difficult and hard. From boarding on the airplane at Fort Bragg, it was about 0 degrees Celsius, and of course we had to get ready at night, and then board the airplane, and we flew down to Panama, where the Panama Canal is, and we were all still freezing cold in the airplane from the night before, and then they opened up the airplane doors for us to jump out of, and just a wave of hot, humid air came into the airplane, and we all just withered like flowers, but we, had to jump out. So we jumped out and landed in the elephant grass, and then the rest of the training there was equally as brutal and hard and very difficult, but we had some really good training, firing claymore mines in ambushes, flying in helicopter rides from hell, and so it was good training. Some of it's hard to forget, some of it's good to remember, and like the chopper rides from hell we had in Panama. No one in the civilian world or even in the movie world could even imagine, being on the chopper that we were on and riding it, doing the crazy things in Panama that we did.
I have a question about a letter from the Army. If you'd like to come back. I say no, I'm not interested. But then I read the newspapers, I look on television, and then I telephone them, really, say, yeah, okay. Then I go to my regiment, I choose out my 22 people in the platoon, And yeah, we did our work then. Or how I shall put it really. It's not the work. Killing people is not the work. The discussing is, well, shit happened.
He said, go get your weapon and shut up. So I went and got my weapon, and we went down to Pope Air Force Base, and it's an area called Green Ramp where you get ready and collect all your ammunition and everything. And, you know, everyone, you know, they said, oh, this is the real thing, but I thought, yeah, right, we can't be going to war. You know, you know, we're just going on maneuver somewhere, you know, going to the Mojave Desert in California or somewhere like that for a maneuver. And then when I was in the line to collect the sea rations and army supplies, I saw people coming back from the line with live ammunition. And that's when it hit me that we're really going somewhere. It's a real war.
It was Dachau or Belsen, whatever. Same in Germany in the Second World War. Same. They were skinny, they give them no food. That's why we shoot the officers. Because then the soldiers run away, because they have nobody who can say the order to them, and then we can open the gates. After the IFOR forces come, and then my group, we go away and search a new camp. Fy fan, vilken jävla tid. How was the Bosnian War? It was a dirty war. Because a civil war is the most baddest war in the world. To kill their own people. They are the same, from the same country, but different religion. And the Serbs was the worst. If you can say the truth right off now, I like to kill all Serbs because I look so much shit, you know, so I have no words. No.
We loaded on the airplane, all of us expecting that we were going to jump into wherever. After the back door went up, that they told us we were going to Grenada. Well, I'd never heard of Grenada. Where's Grenada? It's in the Caribbean. Well, the Caribbean's an awful big place. Where in the Caribbean?
Think yourself. If you kill about 45 to 50 people with a bullet right in their forehead, then you must think yourself how you feel.
Let's see, Schofield, Maurice Schofield, he has several confirmed kills. He was on the M60. Let's see, and the other M60 had several confirmed kills. And also that night, Captain Ritz and Sergeant Epps were killed. Sergeant Epps overran a position, and then it was the machine gun was rigged to explode, or else he was going to explode it with a grenade, and something happened and the grenade exploded and he was killed. And then Captain Ritz, who was in charge of Bravo Company, 2nd 325, he was leading a recon at night and went into contacted a enemy position, and they shot and killed him, and I believe wounded some of his men.
And I sure have a war damage in my brain. I sure have.
often. Sometimes I'm glad, I'm lucky I survived when, some of the soldiers who went with us didn't survive. And I have mixed emotions a lot of times. I don't feel comfortable in America, uh, and I just don't want to live there. I can live a lot better elsewhere, whether it's in Asia, South America, and Venezuela, not Venezuela, but Argentina or somewhere.
So much shit happened to me in Sweden with the jail time and yeah, so much shit. So I decided to leave. I just want to go away. And here I am.
Next 10 years, I might be here in the same house in 10 years. I might be up in northern Thailand. I have no idea. I have no plans. It's where the wind blows me to make it sound nice, but,
They go away from their home countries because they are so tired of the army, how the army have treated them, so they like to go away. They can went up in Brazil, or Argentina, Chile, or Venezuela, or whatever.
When I got out of the Army, being infantry and also being security, what could I do? Well, I could be a security guard. And security guards are always paid, or were always paid the least of anywhere. I was security guard for a factory and I made just above minimum wage, and then I could never get a good job. So the Army, being infantry, didn't help me get a good job or anything as far as my career. So that's why you want to think about what you're interested in, what you want to do after the Army, and go into some job field that covers that base.